Okay, everyone worldwide talking about what's happening in Texas. I'm in Michigan. I just found someone through social media, Janice, joining me now, and you are literally right near the river where this happened. You live right there.
Yeah, so if you drive out of our neighborhood and hit 27, that goes from Comfort into Kerrville and Ingram,
Wa-
that's the river that it
Wow.
runs right alongside the Guadalupe River. So in order to leave our house on, we tried to leave at 9 a.m. Friday and headed west on 27 was already flooded. There was already a truck stuck in the water. And we turned left to go into Comfort, and the water was already cresting the road and coming across. And my husband's like, "This is stupid. We're turning around and going back," because we didn't want to take the chance that by the time we got to Comfort and filled some diesel cans with fuel to run a generator and got back to the house, the road was going to be flooded that we couldn't get through and get
When when did it happen again? Was it early Saturday morning? When did the big
on the
flood?
4th. On the 4th on Friday.
Oh, okay. It's early in the morning on Friday.
Mhm.
Okay. What was it like? I mean, I know they said it happened in like 3, 4 a.m. It got really bad. Were you even awake or what did you hear?
We were still sleeping. I mean, we had been getting rain on and off in the middle of the night, like over the last couple of weeks. So when the wind would pick up, and we have a tin roof, and so if it starts to rain really hard, the noise will wake us up, and then you kind of roll over and go back to sleep because you don't think anything about it. It just it's rain.
Wow. Did your phones go off? They said they had some warnings on cell phones. Did you get those? Did you hear anything?
We didn't hear anything until late morning, early afternoon on the 4th. Ours never went.
Wow. Um I think it's sad because there's so many people but so many children. And where that's located at, that's like right along the river, right? Where all the people who lost their lives, were they all right on near the river?
So July 4th is a huge holiday around here, and a lot of people come in from out of town to vacation here. We have a huge celebration at Louise Hayes Park in downtown Kerrville every year. And so there's a lot of people in camping, RVs, families, plus the summer camps up in Hunt that everybody knows about. And so there was just way more than usual. It's a huge visitation time in our area. And so, flash flood on the river, it's just crazy. I was in Hunt in Ingram today, and I was working with Crisis Response International doing cleanup of a house in Ingram, and it's a house that's right on the other side of the highway that was just wiped out.
How
The
is it?
house is still standing.
Okay. It seems like everyone pitching in, helping out. It seems like that way.
Yeah, actually, the amazing thing about Hill Country, Texas, is we're all big one family. I mean, HEB, our huge grocery chain, is was actually founded in Kerrville
Oh wow.
eons ago, and so they're from here. They have HEB Foundation has a camp, resort, cabin, getaway place that is a huge event venue around here. Like if I want to put on a ladies' retreat, I can use the HEB Foundation space.
I think it's just hard to put your head around. You leave your kid at a camp and all of a sudden your child's gone. I think it's hitting people that it's crazy. Do you know anyone who's lost a loved one or have you do you know anyone?
So I know, so friends of mine, people I go to church with, their kids were there, and so they know the other parents that were there, that
Jeez.
their kids.
I just yeah, and how can people across the country help? What because I know sometimes I've been a reporter all of my life. Now I'm independent, but many times people will just start dropping off stuff. Or what's the best thing people can do? Can they send money to reputable organizations? Or
So highly recommend the Community Foundation based in Kerr County. It's the Hill Country Community Foundation. If you go to the Kerr County Sheriff's Office, they're sharing the Community Foundation link, the
okay,
flood relief, disaster relief fund, specifically that. I think the other place to you have a lot of ones, local ones doing things. So like I know Comfort Foundation, which is just right over the line into Kendall County, which is
okay,
pretty much where our mass flash flood ends. So it goes from Hunt, Ingram, Kerrville, Center Point down to Comfort. You know,
but to be
anywhere
safe, if someone has a question, Kerr County Sheriff's Facebook page, they're posting all the reputable links. Because
between
you know when
Kerrville, yes,
oh,
between City of Kerrville and like their actual official pages are the reputable ones.
okay,
I can also tell you Center Point Volunteer Fire Department.
okay,
Their fire stations along the river was completely flooded out. They lost about 99% of everything inside the station.
geez,
So
that's
that would be the other place I would recommend if you want to give, or, you know, somebody has fire equipment, somebody has a fire truck, somebody, anything that is firefighter related.
okay. Because yeah, I haven't heard that story. I haven't heard anything about that up here. So I'm glad you said that because when there's situations like this, there's a lot of bad people out there that are going to try to take advantage.
Oh, they already did. They're already messing up the Venmos. They're already scamming like the fire department's Venmo. Like it's all over. So Center Point Fire Department, their annual barbecue fundraiser was supposed to be Saturday, July 12th, and it's been postponed to a date that hasn't been set yet because obviously they're still doing search and rescue and like responding to the crisis at hand. So
Yeah.
that's going on.
Well, I'll put those links out there, but I just wanted to talk to someone who was there. And what do you think of how is I don't know if you even had time to watch any of the network televisions. How are they? Are they doing an okay job of reporting this? Anything they're doing wrong?
I can tell you CBS was at the site I was working at today interviewing the homeowner, her son, their his two kids and the girlfriend,
Okay.
and so we'll see how the report, it actually airs because it's
Yeah, I read something that there were people flying drones, and the fire department or the sheriff said, "Take your drones out of the air." They were
no.
in, yeah,
What
they were,
happened is somebody was flying a drone. It's closed down airspace for the next week, 2 weeks, I think till the 18th. I'm not sure the exact
oh,
date. And they're flying the helicopters to look to do recovery, rescue and recovery, and a drone flew into a Black Hawk helicopter and damaged search equipment on the helicopter
that's
that the helicopter had to land because of this personal
yeah,
friend.
that's not good. That's not good. Okay. Well, despite people helping as well, our prayers are going out to you because this. You sound positive. It sounds like the people down there, like you said, you're all one big family, kind of. You kind of you even though you may not know everyone, it seems like times like this, you're all just helping out.
Yeah, we had a team of 8 come in from Kerrville and jumped in alongside of the crisis response international team. And then we were stopped and headed out, and they had more people show up. And so they were kind of shipped to working on the same house. And they're just from right down the street in Kerrville.
Does it help helping out because your brain, I can't put my head around the tragedy that happened, and if you're living there and you're able to help, does that help knowing that you're kind of You're
When I
helping out.
walked in, yeah, when I walked in and looked at the homeowner and who's just, a woman, she has knee issues, disability, and I told her it's from Center Point. Everybody I talk to up there just immediately hugs me.
Wow.
Of, it's like, hey, we're grateful to have you here to help. But as soon as I say I'm from Kerr County, it's just different.
Good.
And there's, so I think praying for peace and just for them to be comforted, because it's just spending, yesterday I spent with some time with another person whose house was flooded. And then today I spent time with another one. And, just sitting and listening to them and, you know, going through the stuff that's been taken out of their houses and sitting there and having to go through that and having like everything flooded is just, it's mind blowing to try and figure out what you would do in that situation.
Yeah.
But the bright spot has been when you're with them and they find something. Like today, she found something of her mother's.
Wow.
And, like this woman's a grandmother, gray hair. And so, I have no idea how long her mother's been gone.
Oh,
And when she found this little, simple little like kitty cat figurine, but it came from her mom. And it's just like, oh my gosh, I didn't lose it. It didn't get washed away and it didn't get broken.
yeah.
Like,
Well, you're good people, great Americans, good people getting along with each other, and our prayers go out to you. And I'll
thank
put this out there. Hopefully, people can help. And I thank you and prayers to everyone.
thank you.